So I'm here with Helen West, the cross-country course designer. Helen, how are you today?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, very good. Making the most of the fact that the rain is not falling at the moment. All good. Very pleased with the way the tracks are riding. The 100 3-day is obviously finished now, the cross-country. We're on to the 90s and it's been riding really, really well. The ground's holding up well. The questions I've asked on the track so far have gone how I planned, which is always a little bit of a worry when you're designing cross-country courses. So far so good, thank you.
So tell me, how do you design a course when using a load of ground space? How do you cover the whole area?
Well, honestly, with difficulty sometimes. It takes sort of months and months of obsessing, and I obviously know this place very well. I've been based here for quite a few years and I know the ground. I sort of know every lump and bump. The big challenge is trying to fit as many tracks in as we have here. So obviously this week, for example, we're running 2-star short, 2-star long, 3-star short, B90 3-day, B100 3-day, and then add into that the steeplechase and all the roads and tracks going around the edge. And it makes it very difficult and a bit of a nightmare to then scratch your head to think where everything's going. And that's the biggest challenge, to get the flow for all the courses without sort of compromising, because you're trying to fit everything in. But I think here I'm very sort of familiar with here because I've known it for so long.
Yeah. So do you have a jump that's your favourite jump?
Oh, crikey. Now, that's a good question. That is a very good question. So, actually, I do, on certainly the 90 and the 100 track, I really like the Red Post complex in the middle of the Park Bowl. We've got for the 100, we had a little interspace fence, and then down the hill to 2 offset brushes, which was a little bit cheeky because, it meant that they could get launched off the step and then have to really sort of keep the control as they come downhill to the 2 offsets. And then for the 90s, they've got a sort of, a slightly easier version of the same question. So they jump down 2 steps down and then turn to 1 angled brush. And that's it shows the progression between 90 and 100.
Yeah.
And that's always something I'm sort of trying to, promote that progressive education.
So Helen, how do you think the course is riding now?
I don't want to tempt fate. Very, very well. I think, although the ground is on the softer side, the horses are loving it. They're really appreciating it. It's very safe ground. So they're jumping very confidently and they're travelling across it well. And so far, the tracks, I'm really, really pleased with the way they're riding.
Thank you very much, Helen.
Thank you.